When Bill Belichick became the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels, everybody was wondering what this team was going to look like. We saw the roster turnover. We saw the 70 brand new players that came in, and everybody was wondering, position by position, what does the team have? What are they going to look like? And how good is this North Carolina team going to be? But one of them that was still a conversation, but really flew up under the radar, was the running back room. Now, newly without Omarion Hampton, who is going to step up and be that guy. Hello, everyone. My name is Nathan. I am one half of your Hill Brothers. And today, there's a conversation I want to have with you guys about the running back room. I know that it has been a topic of conversation as of late and has saw a lot of different faces out there on the football field. But when Bill Belichick took over for the Tar Heels and Omarion Hampton going into the NFL draft to the Chargers, everybody kind of thought, I believe, that Davion Goss was going to be your running back moving forward. He was a guy that popped really big for us last year. And I remember I was in attendance in the Charlotte game when he leaped, I think it was a backer or a safety, I can't remember exactly. And just he popped big time for us last year. And he looked like he was going to be the next behind Omarion Hampton. And when all the new transfers came in and everything, we picked up a couple of people in the transfer portal, most notably Benjamin Hall out of Michigan. Everybody kind of felt that even with all that, Davion Goss was going to be the guy because you had Davion come back. You had Caleb Hood, who did hit the portal, but returned to Carolina. Charleston French, another back that saw a little bit of playing time last year and did fairly decent at times. And you had a couple of recruits coming in as well, but I don't think anybody was ready for the carousel, if you will, of running backs that was going to be put out there for this team week one, even against TCU, all the way to now that we're 3 weeks into these games. So Carolina opened up the TCU game with Caleb Hood. He was the one getting majority of the run. Davion Goss came in a little bit, but did not play well at all. You saw some Benjamin Hall, and you just saw Bill Belichick and the staff just constantly just rotating guys out all the time. Benjamin Hall, Davion Goss, Caleb Hood, Charleston French, and also, most notably, one is Damon June, number 35. He's a true freshman that just came in this past season, was a later recruitment for Mac Brown when he was there. He recruited him pretty hard and was able to get him to commit kind of late in the cycle there, not too long before Mac was let go and Bill was ultimately hired. And I don't think we would have imagined what we were getting ready to see out of this guy. Because if there's been one bright spot in this running back room, it has been Damon June. This guy who didn't see any true freshman, by the way, did not see any run at all, against TCU. Just come in, going to have to work his way up the depth chart. Just got in, put his nose to the grindstone, and grinded his heart out to where after the TCU game, you saw him in the Charlotte game. This guy's quick, he's fast, he's physical, he knows how to hit the hole, and he hits it with blaring speed. He does not care about anybody that's in front of him, and you better look out. And not only that, but he is popped once again in the Richmond game, going 14 carries for 148 yards in that game. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand it's FCS, but you can't teach some of the stuff that he's doing. This guy can see a vision. I don't think anybody was, expecting that out of a true freshman. Everybody kind of figured, from what I can gather and what even I thought Davion Goss was going to be the guy. I thought he would be the guy. Caleb Hood would back him up. We'd heard about all the weight that Caleb had dropped, the good weight that he had dropped, and he had really packed on some muscle, and the just entire team, for that matter, strength and conditioning had been such a primary focus for this team. And I expected Davion Goss to come out there and be the guy. And with early struggles, even with the early struggles that Davion Goss and this team has had, as a true freshman in Damon, he saw that as an opportunity for him to go shine. Because Bill wanted to go see. Bill has been talking about how he's been doing nothing but evaluating players. And from the entire team, top to bottom, left to right, every single position group. There's a few guys that are just going to be at the top of that list, but everybody has been evaluating. It's just been an evaluation throughout the entire team to see who can play the best for them. So the spot's open. And this is the first time that Carolina has basically had every position open and nothing was guaranteed to anybody. Nobody came into this camp knowing, hey, you're QB1 or you're running back 1 or you're wide receiver 1 or you're whatever. We would like you to be. We believe you should be, but you have to go prove it on the field day in and day out. And I got to give credit to Damon June, man. This guy right here, to me, as a true freshman, he's got the look. I'm a Rams fan, right? I remember the days of Todd Gurley. Now, maybe not quite as big as Gurley, but he gives me some of those vibes. And I love this dude so much. When he stepped on the field against Charlotte, he basically said to the world, in my opinion, just by watching him play, he has stepped out on the field and said, you know what? This is my spot, and all you got, this is my moment, and I'm going to take it. And I'll be dogged if this dude hasn't done that. He has made the most out of this run over the last couple of games. I can't wait to see him against UCF, but he has made the most out of these past couple of games, man. He has done such a good job. 14 for 148. I don't care who the heck you're playing, especially with our patchwork offensive line due to injuries and everything else, and they're trying to figure out who they are. This guy right here, Damon June, is a man amongst boys, and I cannot wait to see what he does in the future. That doesn't mean like a Davion Goss or anybody else can't still be in there. We obviously see the rotation there, but it feels like that Damon has really come in and finally taken the running back 1 spot, which is a big question for everybody. Who was going to take that spot? We all kind of figured it was going to be Davion Goss, at least from what I heard and what people were telling me. That everybody kind of figured that Davion Goss would be the guy, but nobody was talking about Damon June 2 months ago, right? They were talking about Davion, Benjamin, Caleb, Charleston French to a lesser degree. Nobody mentioned the true freshman. And I have to give credit to this dude. This dude's awesome, man, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. If you guys are excited about Damon June possibly and more than likely being your RB1, let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're brand new to the Hill Bros. Hit the subscribe button. Come in here and hang out with us. We're going to be doing live watch parties for all the away games because I'll be at every home game this year. But also on game days, we got Tar Heel Game Day, a live show where you guys can come in, interact. It's on game day. Different times all the time. Keep an eye on the community page, and we'll let you know when those times are, or also on our social medias as well. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. And as always, go Heels.